All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're deconstructing a fascinating new blueprint for building a career in artificial intelligence. As the job market gets tougher and tougher, some educational models are having to adapt in pretty radical ways. We're going to break down one of these programs, a master's certificate program, to see if it really holds the key. Let's get into it.
Okay, so first, let's just set the stage. For anyone graduating with an engineering degree today, the world is a very different place. Getting that degree, it's not the golden ticket it once was. Now it's just the starting line in a much more competitive race.
And this slide really breaks down the gauntlet new grads have to run. First off, you've got an exploding intake, just a massive number of graduates all hitting the market at the same time. On top of that, AI itself is getting so efficient that it's starting to eat away at those traditional entry-level jobs. And then you throw in fewer opportunities to work abroad, which just cranks up the competition at home. It all points to one big, unavoidable truth. A generic degree just doesn't cut it anymore. You have to stand out.
So what do? How do you build the kind of skills that actually get you noticed in a market like this? Well, we're going to take a look at one potential answer, a blueprint called the Master's Certificate Program. It's designed from the ground up to be a direct response to this huge demand for specialized AI talent.
So what exactly is this thing? Well, the MCP is framed as more than just a course. It's a 2-year hybrid journey, and its whole goal is transformation, turning students into legit AI professionals. You'll notice the key phrases here: deep, practical skills and assured career outcomes. The idea is to be a complete roadmap from student to specialist.
The very first number that just jumps off the page is the time commitment. We're talking over 1,200 hours of intensive learning. Now, to put that into perspective, that's the kind of dedication you usually see in a full-blown master's degree program. This is serious stuff.
And all that time isn't spent just, reading textbooks. The entire curriculum is built around more than 100 hands-on projects. The philosophy here is really simple. You learn by doing. You build tangible proof of your skills every step of the way.
And all that doing is spread across 8 different core AI domains. So this tells you the focus isn't on just one narrow specialty. It's about building a broad, comprehensive, and really powerful skill set.
So what does that journey actually look like on the inside? Well, the curriculum is all about building an AI skill stack, layer by layer, starting with the absolute basics and taking you all the way to the cutting edge.
And you can see the progression right here. It's super logical. Step 1 is all about the foundation. You master Python, data science, and analytics. Then, in Step 2, you build the core AI engine, diving deep into machine learning and NLP. And finally, Step 3 takes you to the frontier. We're talking generative AI and even agentic AI, the stuff that can think and act on its own.
And this is absolutely crucial. It's not just about the theory. The goal here is mastery of over 60 industry-standard tools and libraries. Think TensorFlow, think Hugging Face, the actual tools professionals use every single day. The point is to make graduates productive from day one. Okay, so you learned all this cool stuff. You know the tools, but how do you actually prove to an employer that you can do the job? That's the million-dollar question, right? And this is where the portfolio comes in. It's designed to be the ultimate proof.
And when we say portfolio, we are not talking about a couple of class assignments. Just look at this breakdown. It's over 100 projects, sure, but it's also hackathons, research papers, and multiple big capstone projects. It's a massive body of work designed to scream to employers, hey, I don't just know this stuff, I've actually built it.
All right, so after all that grinding, all that building, what's the end game? What's the payoff? Let's talk about how this program promises to translate all that work into what it calls an assured career impact.
This comparison really lays it all out. On one side, you've got a traditional college grad, foundational theory, a couple of academic projects. On the other side, you've got a graduate of this program, armed with skills in 8 domains and a portfolio of over 100 projects. The difference in job readiness is meant to be night and day.
Now, when you stack this up against other options like online courses or boot camps, the real game changer isn't just the sheer number of hours or projects, it's the cost model. This pay-after-placement idea is a massive departure from the norm. It basically aligns the program's success with the student's success, which shows a huge amount of confidence in their own results.
And they're not just hinting at it, they're putting it in writing. This is the promise. They guarantee their graduates will earn a significantly higher salary than their peers. And if they don't, you get half the program fee back. I mean, wow. That's not just an education, it's a results-based contract. That is a bold statement. So with this kind of preparation, the goal isn't to land just any entry-level job.
It's to prepare graduates for these highly specialized, high-demand roles. We're talking about becoming an AI solution architect or an MLOps engineer. These are exactly the kinds of positions that companies are scrambling to fill right now.
So if we take a step back and look at the big picture, what does a model like this really tell us about where technical education is headed? It feels like a pretty significant shift from the traditional way of doing things.
And that really leaves us with one final big question. Is this the new standard? As AI continues to just completely reshape every industry out there, is this intensive, portfolio-driven, outcome-guaranteed model going to become the norm? Could this be the blueprint for how we train the next generation of tech leaders? It's a pretty compelling idea, and you could bet we'll be watching to see what happens next.